What's up, guys?
Howdy doody.
It's Austin Ingram, second Couyons podcast.
Yeah, it's a little exciting. I mean, I could get used to this.
Yeah, I'm still working on it right now, trying to get used to everything because it's just so new.
Mm-hmm.
But it's exciting.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think the first one went really well. We received a lot of positive feedback from y'all.
It did.
And I mean, yeah, I liked it.
It was fun.
And 100%. As long as if y'all keep on liking it, we're just gonna keep on sitting here and talking and do whatever. I mean,
it's really easy.
It really is, dude. We're just being ourselves. I mean,
yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like it was just kind of a sit down conversation that we had, like
Definitely.
Just being open with one another. It is. I mean, do we? I don't know. We've had a few of those conversations, not too much, but like we've definitely had those late nights where we were like on the game or something, and we were just like, bro, this is how I'm feeling right now.
100%, bro. I'm like that all the time.
Well, I know.
In the middle of the day, I'm just like, bro, it's crazy, bro.
Freaking shower thoughts just hitting you in the middle of the day.
It's like I'm always showering with these shower thoughts, bro.
I know, right?
It's like the drops from the shower thoughts themselves.
On other news, it's crawfish season.
Oh my gosh. Dude, I cannot wait for crawfish.
Well, I mean, I'm going fish sometime soon for them, and you know you're going to end up getting some. I think.
I definitely want to come fish.
Yeah, I know you want to come fish, but maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I think Monday or sometime soon. I don't know.
Why don't you give like a quick breakdown of crawfishing for people that don't know?
Bro.
Like, okay, real quick, you got a lot of people in Louisiana love crawfish. They don't know a thing about crawfishing.
Yeah. So, actually, a little off topic, but not really. I did like a presentation in front of I think 150 kids.
Oh yeah, at ULM?
No, not at ULM. I mean that was at McNeese. I did do a presentation at McNeese, but in Gaydon at an elementary school, I did a presentation on how we gator hunt and also how we crawfish.
That's awesome.
I like dressed up in my grandpa's gator vest and like had a hat and a belt made out of alligator hide and all that stuff.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Your grandpa gave you an alligator wallet, huh?
Yeah, it's up on our desk somewhere, but
that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, dude. I'm just ready to like actually start filming stuff, and we'll have like our whole set. You know, we have our whiteboard, our gator heads behind us.
Dude, we need a lot more like decorations in here.
Oh, dude, what?
It's a pretty plain room.
If only we could.
Besides that creepy guy in the corner.
Yeah, we got 21 Savage in the corner, bro.
Yeah, it's a white 21 Savage that works at Cane's.
He's just holding gifts.
He's pretty scary.
No, if only we could hang LEDs, that would be super nice.
Oh, we could figure it out.
I probably could.
You definitely figure out. We're gonna get this stuff popping.
Yeah, very much.
Looking really good.
But no. So as for crawfishing, we the way my grandpa likes to do it, he likes to get you up at the butt crack of dawn. I mean,
4:30.
Like, yes,
Nice.
Yes, 4:30. Even if you live an hour away,
which is your case.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, if you live in Gaydon, it's 5:30, but it's 4:30 if you live an hour away. Or I mean, I really don't even live an hour away, but like I lived whenever I was working for him like 30 minutes really. So, it was so like just weird driving there whenever the sun wasn't up. I was always like there for 7 or something like that. I hated it, but
and it sucks even more too because you got to work hours on that boat.
You do.
And when you're by yourself, that's why I kind of wanted you to talk about like the personal experience of actually crawfishing.
Talk about shower thoughts, bruh. Like
all right, like walk us through. All right, so you walk out onto the crawfish farm.
Yeah.
And going from there.
Okay. Well, it's not even starting out of the crawfish farm. So my grandparents have like their work trucks or whatever, so I have to go to the shop, get the bait or whatever. The most miserable part of crawfishing is loading the bait. I hated it because one, it stinks. Two, it's heavy.
What you mean? You're actually making the bait?
You're not making it, but like if you're using per se live bait, in quotations live, it's dead fish, but yeah, it's frozen dead fish that we cut, and it's nasty. But
no, I'm talking about those little brown pellets.
the brown pellets are whenever you're not gonna crawfish for a while. That's
it's like quick bait.
yeah, pretty much. It's to get like if okay. So my grandpa fishes every other day. So whenever we have like a long break, so we're not gonna crawfish for a week or 3 days or 4 days, give the pond a break. We're gonna use they call those cubes, the little brown things. We're gonna use those because they last longer and just whatever you call it. It takes longer for the crawfish to eat it.
Yeah.
Whenever there's fish, that's going in a day.
Dude, like the little boat contraption y'all got, it's crazy. It's like a tractor
big wheel
boat.
Yeah,
that's what I was.
They're actually legal to drive on a highway.
No way.
Yeah, they have 2 wheels.
Well, you need blinkers and a license plate. Yeah, you do.
A license?
Dude.
No, we put them on the highway before.
Not legally. You need blinkers.
Legally. No,
you definitely need blinkers. 100%.
No, because it's legal to turn by using this. If you don't have blinkers, you don't remember that on your driving test?
No, I agree. That's if your blinkers are messed up.
On your driving test,
for it
you
to
could
be
either
street
do
legal,
that
I believe you have to have
that.
blinkers on it. Same thing with a golf cart. I mean, if you put a license, well, a golf cart might have blinkers. Depends on the golf cart.
Yeah, but no.
No. I saw a what's it called? A side by side on the road on Orion Street the other day. Dude, it was crazy, bro. He was keeping up with us. I was going like probably 50, and dude was like rolling next to me. It was pretty sick. He had blinkers. He had license plate on it. Got that thing. It was jacked up.
Yeah, my uncle spent too much money on his new side by side.
Y'all have like 3 side by sides, huh?
Yeah,
with your uncle and your grandpa.
Yeah, at our camp we have 3. My uncle has 2, and my grandpa has 1.
Yeah, going back to crawfishing one time, I can speak about it a little bit because I went with Gavin one time. So, I mean, when we take the boat on the water, it's like a tractor thing. It basically pulls you across the crawfish fields, and Gavin has to do this solo, but you gotta drive the boat straight and load and catch the crawfish. It's crazy. I don't know how you do it all at the same time.
Well,
especially by yourself. Like, that does not make sense to me.
It ends up becoming muscle memory, and in between like each cage you have about a solid 10 seconds. So by the time you pick up, turn the cage over, and like put the fish back in, drop down, pick up, like it's just constant.
But you got to be at like the mid to the front of the boat, right? Because the where you pour the crawfish.
Yeah, about. I mean,
so how do you run back and forth in the span of 10 seconds plus steer?
Oh, like you talking about like picking up the cage and all that, or
yeah?
I mean, you try and set yourself up for like the next trap as you're picking up. So like whenever I finally get a grip on that first trap, I'm already looking ahead at the next one, and I'm like flicking the lever. What's better on other boats is they're faster, but it's like easier to maneuver. They have the steering is at your feet instead of your hands, so you could use both hands to like pick up the trap, turn it.
I thought you were about to say they got some steering like them new cars where, you know, like you won't go out of the lane.
No.
Like, what if they adapted that equipment to your grandpa's work boats? Like, that'd be sick. You wouldn't have to move.
My grandpa builds his own boats, so if he would like,
really,
yeah,
dang, dude,
I've been in there with him building boats ever since I was like Probably 5 or 6, just watching them weld and
He
stuff.
need to build us a little boat so we can put it in the backyard. This is the trophy. Just ride it around our neighborhood.
Bro, we're recording the podcast in the boat.
In the boat. In the boat shy.
Oh, dude, what?
That'd be crazy.
It would.
Some 2 Couyons on a boat.
But no, I've had some like deep thoughts whenever I was in that boat. Like, just if I was,
because you're going through it.
oh, what, dude? If I was depressed or like going through it or having anything going on in my life, crawfishing was like the perfect thing to do. Cause I was there from like 7 until 10 on the camp or at the camp, whatever. But there was another property, we call it Woods, and it was like I think 12 hours it takes to run the whole thing. My brother would get there at 6 and not finish until like 5 or 6.
That's crazy.
He would come and take a lunch break, but like
what was fun about crawfishing with you is that like we caught like a sack or a sack and a half, and me and you and I don't know who else.
It was just me and you. Nick was there, but he
Nick
was
and
fishing.
Marcus and Cole, huh?
No,
was Cole there?
No, it was just me and you and Nick.
Well, we tore up them crawfish, dude. One thing that's interesting about Gavin's family is that they use jalapenos in their crawfish, and I never had that in my life. Actually, I feel like this is gonna sound crazy, but I feel like that was one of the only times, or one of the first times I've ever tried a jalapeno. Like growing up, like the texture, taste, everything, it was like not my cup of tea. Then I tried a jalapeno with Gavin, like that was in the crawfish bowl, and I was like, dude, this is life changing right here. It's crazy. I mean, it takes the whole taste away. It just tastes like everything else in the crawfish bowl.
Not many people do that though. Like,
I know,
it's very rare.
That's why I wanted to mention it.
Yeah, and personally, like, I will go in the ice chest and like pick out jalapenos and eat them. Like, that is one of my favorite things.
Dude, that was like my first time trying it, and I was doing the same thing. I was at the bottom of the pot once it cooled, and I was like picking up them cold jalapenos.
They come in as hot as they go out, though.
Bruh. This dude. I mean, it's so good.
Dude, they are.
I want some crawfish, dude. I'm not buying them, though. Everything's so expensive right now.
We're going to have a boil very soon. They were talking about it today.
Oh, with your family?
Yeah.
Dude, me and you need to go fish. Like, just one morning. Maybe not this weekend. Is next weekend the weekend before Mardi Gras?
I could double check that. I know one weekend, though.
21st is Mardi Gras, so right now is what? Right now it's like I don't even know, like the 3rd maybe? 2nd or 3rd?
Second.
Let's
see. The weekend before Mardi Gras is the 19th.
Shoot. Dude, maybe we should go catch a sack, come back over here right after, cook for whoever's over here.
Are y'all off for Mardi Gras?
Are we off? Yeah, we're off Mardi Gras day.
That's it?
Monday and Tuesday.
Okay. I mean, I don't know.
What sucks is I have school the very next day. That sucks. And I have 2 tests in my hardest classes. Heat transfer and fluid mechanics. Both right smack dab after Mardi Gras. That sucks. I'm going to have to study during Mardi Gras.
That's tough, bro. I'm going bring Dutch and Lena to Mamu. Shout out Dutch and Lena. I know y'all probably listening.
Shout out Mamu. I know y'all listening.
Oh, yeah.
I know there's only like 4 of y'all in Mamu, but I know y'all listen. Ain't nobody living Mamu, boy.
Hey, bro, we get one person from Gaydon listening to this, and we got
Mardi
the whole population.
Gras in Mamu is the most people that Mamu's ever seen.
Oh, what?
Bro, my dad always used to joke about Mamu. He's like,
I mean, Will does.
You could see one end to the other.
Oh, yeah.
In Mamu. It's like you can see where Mamu ends in Mamu. You're like, all right, from this tree line to that tree line, that's Mamu. That's Mamu Shy.
From one end of my grandpa's farm to the other, that's Mamu.
That's Gaydon.
Yeah, that too.
You get Gato's kind of the same way. Gato's probably a little bit bigger though, because the town of Gato is probably about the same size,
Probably.
but land wise, it's bigger.
Yeah. My grandpa though used to own like all of Gato, like land wise, just everything
It's like
outside.
80% of Gato.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
everything besides the town.
I remember you told me he sold a bunch of it.
Yeah, whenever he like started getting out of the crawfish industry and more into gators.
Well, he sold it to your uncle though, right?
Some of it, yeah. Most of his land he was leasing. So whenever his partner kind of just, oh, my stuff got up.
You gotta get closer to the
Yeah,
mic.
but whenever his leasing partner was like, nah, I feel like retiring, my grandpa was like, well, I'm not retiring and I really don't want to buy this land. It just kind of fell off.
Yeah. Dude, what do you think, what crawfish place has the best crawfish? Like, you say in Lafayette, for example, or, in that general area.
I couldn't tell you.
Really?
I'm not going to spend money
you
on my
only
crawfish.
eat crawfish, like, from your grandpa, pretty much?
Yeah, because what's the point in paying for it if I'm going to get it for free?
Ah, you're right.
And also, like, if you eat it too much, you get, like, whatever you call it, you get tired of it.
That's how my dad is, dude.
I know.
My dad, he used to work the Brobridge Crawfish Festival and stuff.
Yeah.
He used to boil all day. And, dude, he would do that for a few years, like weeks out the year.
Yeah.
Dude, he ate so much crawfish that he got tired of it. Bro, he won't even touch a crawfish now.
It happens.
It's insane. And it's like some type of weird just one of those things that you develop when you eat too much of something. It's really weird. I don't think I've ever had that.
I might have with something. I'm not sure though. But as for like crawfish, we always only did it at like one time of the year. Even like my grandparents and parents eating it right now is early for them. Like whenever they told me that,
like what you mean is like it's accessible to them all the time, but they pick a specific time to indulge
because crawfish,
of money.
Well, not only that, but also the crawfish tastes better like the later per se you get them. So like the best time to start buying like and boiling crawfish is around March or getting close to that Easter time.
Yeah.
But it's not because it's cheaper than. I mean, that's definitely a reason, but it's also because they're fuller. Like they have more meat, they have more whatever you call it, fat, more of that yellow stuff on there too that makes it taste good. Yeah.
Well, back to what I was saying. My favorite place in Lafayette, because I haven't tried crawfish in Lake Charles, but my favorite place in Lafayette is Granddaddy's. It's really in Scott, but
yeah,
dude, I have not had better crawfish than that place.
Right.
I heard Hawks was good. Obviously Crawfish Time's good. They're always expensive, but Granddaddy's is top tier in my opinion.
Yeah. My uncle was trying to get me a job at Crawfish Time whenever I was in Lafayette.
Crawfish Time?
Yeah, like as a cook or something like that, because he sells there.
Oh yeah, dude, your uncle is making bank, bro.
My uncle sells everywhere. He's like
China and stuff.
Oh yeah, he sells to China. He sells to Alabama. They go to Alabama like every day to send crawfish.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So my family goes to Destin every Thanksgiving, and we stop at the restaurant he sends crawfish to.
And y'all eat your own crawfish?
No.
What?
It's Thanksgiving. We're not going to eat crawfish at the beginning of the season because one, it's probably like...
That's a horrible time for crawfish.
Exactly. It's probably like
that's so
$8
weird.
A pound. Exactly.
That's Alabama selling crawfish in Thanksgiving?
Yep.
That's some Alabama stuff right there, dude.
It is.
That's crazy. The only other thing worse than that is, you know. Alabama. Alabama 100.
Brother, sister, husband, wife, aunt, uncle, cousin, they're all the same thing.
Oh my gosh. This guy right here, bro. If you listen to this podcast and you don't know Gavin, now you know Gavin.
Hey, my mind is constantly moving, man. It never stops.
He's having a mental war right now.
Hey, I'm drinking my coffee. Don't judge.
It's like SpongeBob in that one episode when he's just ripping up all the papers and everything's on fire. That's Gavin's brain.
Except it's a lot more calm, okay? Sometimes.
Not mine. Mine's like that too. Mine's like
I'm just
freaking ripping papers and burning everything in my brain.
Yeah,
it's chaos.
I feel like we're both a little ADD.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely something, bro.
I
might be slightly autistic.
Autistic.
I'm on the spectrum for sure. Your boy's a wild.
I mean, our neighbor is definitely on the...
Yo. Chill, bro.
But
can't be talking too much about that.
Shh. Nobody knows where we live. We're all right. But anyway.
Yeah, sure. But...
we're good.
Hopefully
anyway.
not, but yeah.
Anyway.
No disrespect to special needs people.
No, but...
they're some of my favorite people.
Okay. No, but speaking of
what a combo switch. Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, what were you going to say?
No, my aunt actually works with, like, special people.
Really?
Yeah, she got I think her major in psychology, and she's working at, like, the hospital, like, teaching them and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Dude, no, she has, like, a heart for those people. I talk to her about it all the time, and she was like, I kind of want to meet your neighbor.
Combo switch. All right, dude, my mom was working for a psych ward.
I know.
And dude, my mom's crazy already, bro. That psych ward, I think actually I've seen my mom become less crazy, so maybe it helped her. But
she not only
psych
fighting
ward, she would tell me some stories, bro. Her and my brother, because my brother delivered people to the psych ward where my mom was at, because my brother's an EMT.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, dude.
Bro, the, whatever you call it. She wasn't only fighting her demons, she was fighting others.
Bro, she was fighting other people's demons.
No,
they were
right?
literally were demons, bro. You had people running around naked, people getting tackled by the, like, guy coworkers who's basically the security. Like, people stealing the keys in the sidewalk. Mm-hmm. People, like, trying to commit self-die. Yeah. Like, it was crazy, dude.
We had a big group go to an abandoned psych ward in Monroe, and that was terrifying.
Abandoned psych ward?
Yes. I think I told you this story.
You might have, but before you continue, that's like some paranormal activity TV show stuff there.
It was.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude, those are always the creepiest episodes when they're in a psych ward or a 1920s hospital or something.
We had a few of us go, and it was, dear God. It was a few of my people from Ruston. I really don't talk to them. I don't talk to many people from Ruston anymore. Everybody I talk to is Monroe. But it was a few of my people from Ruston. We decided to go out, and, like, abandoned buildings in Monroe was my thing. So we went, and we heard about this abandoned psych ward, and we were like, we're going to go.
That's just psycho, in my opinion. You're like, oh, you know what? I hear there's a lot of crazy ghosts over here. Let's go. Let's get haunted.
We didn't think it was haunted. We were just like, another abandoned building to explore.
Bro,
why not?
Demons are literally going to attach to your soul, and you're going to bring that back wherever you're going.
I'm big chilling, bro. I'm telling you. I'm safe.
Scary, dude.
I'm anointed.
I don't like that.
But No, we for starters, we get there, and red flag number one, it's in the middle of nowhere, like in the middle of the woods, like just
That's psycho. That's
yeah,
like that movie that we watched, Cabin Fever 2.
yeah, something like that.
Remember?
Yeah,
It was the one with the zombies,
yeah,
and they were like in the middle of the woods,
yeah,
and it's just like a crazy big building, like a
mm-hmm,
hospital or something.
yeah.
Yeah, that's. I'm not gonna lie. That is some pretty cool scenery.
It was, but so we get out of the cars, and we had two vehicles. We had a vehicle filled with, let me, four, yeah, four guys. I was driving, and I had three of my boys with me. And then there was another vehicle with two guys and two girls. Um, One of the girls was like, "Look, I'm tired. I'm gonna just stay in the Jeep and pass out." And
Dang.
in my opinion, that was like the dumbest decision you can make,
Really? Why?
because we're in the middle of a forest at an abandoned psych ward,
Okay.
and you don't know if there's a homeless person. You don't know, you
Yeah.
know. So
But I mean, you're also head on like a raging bull going into the psych ward where
whenever you have,
you could walk into a room and there would literally be homeless people running at you.
yes, but whenever you have seven other people with you, it's safer to be with seven other people than to just be a solo
I
person.
don't know, bro. I could be solo in a Jeep with a little shotgun, bro. I'll be good.
There was no guns involved. But anyway, we red flag number two was we couldn't get the door to open. Like it was cracked maybe an inch. And
What, like the entry door?
yes. So like it was cracked open obviously to where like you could get like somebody had been in there at some point, but
Mm.
we tried to get that thing open, and eventually we cracked it open enough to where I could like slip in. I'm not, a big guy, so I'm pushing on one side and the rest are pulling on the other, and eventually we get it like flung open wide enough to where everybody could get in. And we're doing our normal thing, just kind of clearing rooms to start, like looking, we have our flashlights, whatever, um making sure no one's in there. And then after we do that, we just kind of have our fun. We just start exploring, doing whatever, messing around.
Is that where you posted those pictures on Instagram?
No, those were at two abandoned schools.
Oh yeah. That was pretty cool too.
Dude, those pictures were fire. I wish we would have got one of the coffin.
I've never actually been to abandoned buildings because we don't really have much in Lafayette. And then in Lafayette, I'd be scared to go to the abandoned buildings.
There's
'cause
one
there
I
would
could take you to.
definitely be crackheads. But in like Ruston and stuff, I feel a little bit more comfortable with those ones.
There's one I could take you to in Lafayette that's safe.
I think it's just because it's not really like, I don't know. It's one, it's not that known. Two, they're not that common,
Yeah.
and you know, so that's kind of why I never been. But I've always been that personality where I'm the type to go explore. Like I would love to do that, but I just haven't had the opportunity. What are you talking about in Lafayette?
So there's it's like an abandoned sports facility or something like that. They have like a pool. There was like sports
Really?
equipment and stuff like that in
Where?
there. It's not too far off I-49, I think. Okay, so you're getting off of I-49 off of I-10 right by like LCA,
Okay.
like where they have those loops.
Yeah.
So you're going, and it's the second or the third exit, I'm not sure. It's by a Shell gas station. So you get off, and it's in near this like apartment complex and
So
stuff
it's
like
like
that.
on the north side.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
closer to the north side of Lafayette. But back to the psych ward in Monroe. We got in there and we started just having fun doing our normal thing, taking pictures, da 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 da. And we get a call from the girl in the Jeep, and she's saying, guys, there's a black figure standing like outside of the Jeep staring in. Y'all need to get back here. Like, I am terrified.
Like a shadow figure?
Yes, like
No
no
way.
face. Like,
how did she describe, like, so you said no face,
just no face staring at her outside of the
shadowy.
vehicle.
So, like, did she say anything about this person's eyes?
No.
Dude, a lot of people associate, like, shadow figures. Like, the name shadow figure, it has, like, a physical description because so many people have seen it. It has, like, red eyes, black shadow. Like, it's pretty much the boogeyman or Kushmosh or something, like, in your room in the corner looking at you inside your closet.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people have had this similar encounter. It's very creepy. And that's probably kind of what she was seeing.
But we kind of were just sitting there like, okay, we're almost done. We had been in there for like probably over an hour at that point. So we were over it. We were like, we did what we needed to do. We're done. So we're on our way back. And you know the sound of like heels in a school hallway following you?
Yeah.
That principal?
Definitely.
That's what we were hearing. We were hearing something following us. And we were
Somebody might have been messing with you, though.
Probably, but after you hear what we were like, yeah, no, we need to get out of here.
That is super creepy, dude.
We started hearing children's giggles.
No, that is some TV show stuff, dude.
It was terrifying. We started running. And so we get to our cars. And really, there's not much after that. We started running. The giggling was kind of getting a little bit louder, and we just kept going and going and going. Yeah. Nobody had a speaker, by the way. It was sounding like we were wearing headphones, and it was coming on. It was like surround sound. Nobody had a speaker. All we had was phones. Nobody had like anything to mess with us. The only thing that could have happened would be the cars, but whenever we are all the way in the back of a psych ward, you're not gonna hear that stuff feel that close to you.
That's insane.
Especially when the speakers are facing the opposite way. Like, our cars were parked facing towards the building, so the speakers couldn't have even. But then here was the really scary part. The door, whenever I turned on my car, that door that we struggled so much to open, flung open and slammed shut.
No way.
Yes.
Come on now.
I'm not like.
That's insane.
We like crapped ourselves and we were like, we are never coming here again.
Dude, I was about to say we should go, but no. We should not go. That is crazy.
I don't mess with that stuff. Like, I'm not gonna put myself in a position to be in a paranormal area.
Dude, I used to not care. I used to, like, obviously it's, kind of scary, creepy or whatever, but I used to be down to do that. Like, I used to think, oh yeah, let's do it. Let's be idiots and have fun. But now I'm like, hell no, I'm not messing with that. You can keep that away from me. That's psycho.
But no, my abandoned building exploration is fun. I'm pulling up my pictures right now.
Didn't you make a YouTube video?
No.
Or did someone else make a YouTube video?
It wasn't a YouTube video, but it was a TikTok. Chris.
Oh.
Chris has that really expensive camera. And it was really cool what he could do with a camera. He was able to download an app and like make us look really good modeling and stuff like that. Then he went back during the daytime, and that building looked dope. We probably freaked some people out,
That's
though.
pretty cool. It looked like The Last of Us
Yeah.
type of scenario.
Yeah.
Everything's like overgrown.
No, not really, but the gym floor is definitely coming up and stuff like that. We have our there's roots possibly. I don't know, but some of the gym floor is caving in, some of it's coming up and all this other type of stuff. There's probably stuff trying to grow out from underneath it. There's no upkeep with it. One of my friends though, probably he punched a window over there, broke it, and was bleeding. And we probably freaked some people out because there was like blood dripping from his hand and he left a trail.
Dude, that is crazy.
So if somebody goes over there and sees like the blood, they're probably gonna sit there and be like, we gotta go now, we gotta go.
Yeah, no, especially if I saw blood in that psych ward, especially like relatively.
Well,
like,
that wasn't the
blood.
psych ward, that was the school.
Yeah. Hey, switching up the topic. What does your TikTok For You page look like? Because I mean, everyone has.
I can't talk about
For
that.
Your page.
I can't talk about that.
What do you mean? Come on.
I'm gonna get canceled if I talk about my TikTok For You page.
Well, I mean, talk about the things that you can't talk about. What does yours look like? I mean, it's not all a cancelable.
Some of it
thing.
is Family Guy, and some of it is sports.
I get those stupid Family Guy videos too, where it's like it could be a Family Guy clip, and then underneath it, they're like doing pottery or something.
Yeah,
dude, that pisses me off so much. Seeing these TikTok posts where it's like there's two things that are in no way, shape, or form connected to each other, but it's like in the same post, yet it's so captivating. If it's like a video, that's like my whole For You page, bro.
Yeah. My For You page is just an adventure.
Yeah, I bet.
I couldn't explain.
It's pretty random.
Very much.
Mine as well. Mine, I mean, I'm filled with a bunch of these conspiracy theories and stuff like that. Conspiracy theories, you got podcasts everywhere. Like, I'm finding new podcasts every day on TikTok. I'm about to start posting our podcast on TikTok. But I see some crazy stuff that's not really conspiracy theories, but they can be made into them because of the type of content that it is. I need to go refresh. I'm not really prepared for a conspiracy theory podcast right now, but there's some pretty crazy things out there to talk about that would definitely be content worthy. But that's a lot of my For You page.
Most of like the podcasts that I listen to because they were funny. I like the comedy aspect of a lot of stuff. That's why I listen to Misfits, because they were hilarious.
Yeah, they were pretty funny.
I mean, the Poland story.
One podcast, I cannot believe I forgot to mention it last time, but I think my main inspiration, and I don't know how I missed it. Obviously, Joe Rogan, up there. He's the number one in the world. Mm-hmm. That's everyone's inspiration. Yeah. That's your favorite podcast's favorite podcast.
Yeah.
But these guys, I think, are my personal number one, and that's Jumpers Jump. Yep. They're two Filipino dudes, Canadians.
They actually popped up on my For You page today.
Dude, I mean, they were all over my For You page for the longest, and I love seeing their stuff on TikTok. And one day I just decided, I was like, you know what, I'm going to go check them out. So started watching their videos while I was playing games and stuff. And dude, I think I've watched every single Jumpers Jump podcast. I'm like maybe 2 or 3 behind, but for the longest time I was caught up like crazy. But I've just been so busy lately. But that's probably my favorite podcast.
Yeah, a lot of the girls that I talk to, they like call her daddy.
What?
Call her daddy.
Oh, yeah. I was like, yo, what? But yeah, I've seen that.
I've heard about it a lot, but I haven't listen,
Yeah.
but
I
it's
don't
not
know
meant
if
for
it'd
us. So
be kind of tending to the dudes. I think that's
definitely
probably
not.
towards the female audience for sure. But I was looking up like top podcasts and I saw like Call Her Daddy was like one of the maybe top 5. Definitely, I think it's top 10, but
Oh yeah.
it's a pretty big podcast. And I have no idea about it.
I mean, it is. It's not only about relationships and stuff like that. From what I've gathered, it's also kind of a get your stuff together, make sure a man
Oh,
treats
yeah.
you right kind of thing too.
Yeah. I see.
And it's also how to treat your man right and how to get a man to chase after you instead of you chase after a man. Da 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 da.
Yeah, the podcasts that I listen to are the opposite of that.
Yeah, fair enough. Nah, couldn't be me. Whenever I find that right one, of course I'm gonna chase after her and do whatever I can. But also, it has to be a 50-50 after. Like, you can't just be the only one chasing after him.
No, 100%.
But anywho, we saw something the other day. I say we. Uh, my mom and I were talking, and I go in my house. I'm changing the subject again, but it felt so empty because
Wait, what?
I opened the door and there's not a dog there.
Oh, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Rascal. But bro,
Dang.
whenever I open,
It was so eerie.
yeah, because like I'm opening the
Oh,
door
man.
and I'm expecting to see my dog right there, bro.
Yeah, just running up to you.
Exactly.
It's kind of sad.
It is, and
I'll
like
cut you off real quick. I feel the exact same thing all the time.
yeah,
Or I did for a while at least before we got Hank. Hank, German short hair pointer, he's like identical to the dog we had previously, but a lot more crazy. But for a few months when Buck died, dude, it was so weird waking up every day when I was in Lafayette. Like, all I would do is if I'm chilling, if I don't have anything to do, like I'm chilling with my dog, like I'm petting him or we're going outside and going, I'm throwing a ball, running around, just doing whatever, just, having your dog there, just hanging out like a little buddy, your little sidekick. It's so weird, the feeling, the eeriness, the quiet feeling that you get.
Like the house feels a little less empty no matter how many people are in it.
Yeah. That's how my parents feel too with me going as well. They say like every time I leave, they're like, man, the house is so empty without you. And I'm sure your parents feel the exact same way.
No.
Well, a little bit.
A little bit, but
Blake's gone. He's been going for a while. You're going now.
My brother has been going for 8 years longer than me, so 10 years about.
All right. Well, now your parents, I mean, all they ever knew was having you at the house. Now they're alone. Like just each other, really. So that it's different for them.
Yeah, my mom wanted me to stay. I mean, my dad did too at some points, but at this point, they're more like, was that?
You gotta grow up.
Yeah, that's how they're like. My dad wanted me to grow up more than my mom, and I feel like at this point, I'm at that point in my life where I do want to do stuff on my own. That's why I was like, look, I want to pay for my own stuff. I want to pay for my car note. I want to pay for my phone. I want to pay for my college, stuff like that.
It's just part of getting older.
Exactly. And my mom was like, no, you're an idiot. And I'm like, too bad.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand that. Financially, it's like, why do it whenever you can have everything, but it is part of getting older. You need to let it go sometimes.
But, I mean, we all have our time when we need to step up and grow up. And I feel like once I get back into college, we'll go from there. I'm trying to do what Emily Amanda's husband's doing.
Oh, medical technology sales?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Wait, yeah. We had talked about that. Your mom talked about it on the phone.
Yeah, I started looking into it. It's dope.
Yeah, it's high paying business
Very
degree.
high paying, yeah.
I think you should definitely pursue that.
Yeah, I will. Okay, is it just me, or like at this point of the year, does your allergies get really bad too?
You know, I feel like mine have been getting bad.
My eyes
My
have
nose.
been. I mean,
Yo, my eyes were so bad. When was it? 2 days ago or yesterday?
yes, 2 days ago.
2 days ago. Let me tell that story. So basically, as a chemical engineer at the McNeese, you have this club called the Chemi Car, and I was having to basically sand zinc metal that was reacted with sodium hydroxide to form sodium zincate. And I'm sounding like a total nerd right now. But anyways, sodium zincate is a little toxic if inhaled, if, gotten in surfaces like your eyes or something, or your mouth. I don't know why my microphone keeps cutting out, but I'm just going to roll with it.
Fair enough.
Basically, I was sanding these plates, and the sandpaper, we have a certain sander that had holes for airflow so that it would suck up all the sand, or all the whatever was being sanded, right?
Yeah.
Well, it was the corrosion that I was sanding, and it wasn't being sucked up. So everything's just like getting sanded, coming like in the air, and then forming like flat next to the plate on the ground. Well, I think that I probably I didn't have on my proper PPE. So I definitely got that toxic dust in my eyes. And I came home. I didn't even notice it for like an hour maybe. Get home, I start like watching something on TV, or I was playing a game. I was chilling in here. I don't know
We were
what I was
doing
doing.
something. I don't remember.
But
we were about to start the podcast.
Oh, we were. We were actually about to start it. We were talking about it for sure. Yeah. Well, my eyes just burst into flames like I'm Ghost Rider, dude. Like when Ghost Rider first got his powers with just a skull and then fire shoots out his eyes. Mm-hmm. That's how I felt. It just hit me like a truck. I'm like, oh my gosh, bro. My eyes are on fire right now. I'm like, Gavin, I'm like, I need a way to pour this water in my eyes because that sink got a lot of pressure and I don't know. I just didn't want to go through that. Plus all the metal from the unpurified sink water. Metal plus metal. I don't know how great that is, but we're in Louisiana. I mean, I grew up with the worst things.
We grew up drinking that water.
Yeah, we grew up drinking that water, boy.
According to my grandpa, anybody with genetics from Gaydon has immunity to salmonella.
Probably. Oh, dude. I agree with that.
I don't think so.
I feel like you might be immune.
We have Gator in the freezer right now. Let's do it.
Let's do it, bro.
Oh, God.
Dude, that's one thing that, like, salmonella, it makes me so weird, dude. It's like, I love cooking, but I absolutely hate touching chicken or touching fish or touching alligator, touching shrimp, whatever. It's like, it's just like a certain ick that I have. I just cannot break the barrier and do that. I don't even like touching eggs sometimes. That is very minor. I don't really care about eggs, but definitely with chicken, I kind of feel weird sometimes.
Yeah.
But, every time that I cook or something, I just man it up. I'm just like, screw it. I'm just going to do it. Wash my hands after. But it makes me so paranoid because you touch a chicken. If you accidentally touch a seasoning or you touch a cabinet or a refrigerator door,
yeah,
you got to make sure to clean that up. And that's like the scariest thing is making sure you analyze where you touch before you wash your hands.
Yeah. Austin is very much the cook of the house.
Oh, yeah, boy. Making them gravies.
I mean, I do more of the, like, if we need to boil crawfish, I'll boil the crawfish. Or,
yeah, 100%.
Last time I semi-fried the alligator.
I was about to say, we were both on that fryer, boy.
Yeah, I know.
We were both on that fryer.
We were. Yeah, until I kept on. And
I let Gavin kind of take the reins on it though. Since you're working at Canes, he's used to the fryer now.
Well, we also would fry our own frog legs.
Oh yeah, I remember the first time me and you did that when we were like
flash fry.
Yeah, we flash fried them frog legs. I think we were like juniors probably, and
Probably so.
bro, we burnt them frog legs.
We did.
Them frog legs, bro. I posted it on my story back then, thinking it was all good looking. It was dark and crispy, but little did we know that was burnt. I thought it was just dark because we used like Hog Lord from Gaydon. It wasn't like no oil I had before.
Hog Lord though is way
I'm not gonna
better.
lie. That's probably the best tasting oil type of thing I've ever had. Except that is like probably the most unhealthy as well.
It is.
You can definitely probably dang near die yourself with the amount of cholesterol that's in that Hog Lord, dude.
Oh, 100%, but it's
I can kill a bear.
Good.
Oh, it's amazing. Dude, my dad, we took that home that one time. We fried some shrimp with that. Dude, that was like the best shrimp I ever had. It was crazy.
The flavor in it is just A1.
You know, back in the Gap when they first started like producing donuts and stuff, like in the probably early 1900s or something. I don't know when donuts were invented, but they used hog lard.
Huh. I didn't know that.
They didn't use oil. They used hog lard, which is pretty crazy. The donuts were probably pretty good.
I want donuts now.
Dude, donuts will be pretty fire.
If we were in Monroe, we could just say, let's go. There's a place that... So, if you're North Louisiana, if you ever find yourself there, in Monroe, there's this old, like, gas station turned donut shop that opens at 11 o'clock at night. And you always go at 12 because that's when donuts are fresh. Me and my friend Hannah would always get midnight donuts. It tasted so good. But Hannah and I have a few instances to back on the paranormal stuff. I think we went to a place in Alabama called Crybaby Bridge. And
no way.
Yeah.
Dude, I know about that.
Yeah.
That is insane, dude.
I don't remember the full story about it. I just know like kids had died there before.
Yeah.
But
something about the kid like falling off the bridge and drowning or something.
They said that, but there was also a story about a mom hanging like 7 of her kids off that bridge over there too.
Oh my gosh, bro.
It just depends who you talk to. From what I've heard.
BuzzFeed Unsolved.
Yeah.
With man, what are those guys' names?
I know who you're talking about.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Shoot. Try to think of their names.
I'm about to look it up. But no, we were
those
watching
guys. BuzzFeed Unsolved. I'm pretty sure they went to Crybaby Bridge. They definitely went to another popular bridge like that's paranormal called Goatman's Bridge, where at Goatman's Bridge, basically people have reported that there's a guy named Goatman who's like a demon, looks like a goat. He kind of stalks like the bridge.
Yeah.
But apparently it's in Texas and it links 2 cities in Texas. It's pretty crazy story.
But no, we
look into it.
We were with one of her friends or whatever, and he said he drove on the bridge and put baby powder on his car. And his whole car was shaking.
Why? That is insane. Why would you do that?
I don't know. But his
that
whole
is psychotic.
His whole car was shaking.
Themselves.
And as he got out, he saw handprints and footprints of children.
Oh my gosh. You could see it probably like through the baby powder. You probably saw like the outline.
Yeah.
Dude,
that's what
that
he saw.
Is psycho. Never in a million years. Bro, your friends are crazy. Who did that? Hannah?
No. One of Hannah's friends from
psycho.
Birmingham, yeah. But we
Alabama people, once again, feel different. Y'all look crazy, bro.
No, this was...
I'm never living in Alabama.
While we were on the bridge, it was pretty chill. Like, nothing was going on. That we were just chilling there, talking, doing whatever. There really wasn't anything going on. But the second we got back in the car. You know how kids used to dress in factories and stuff like that
Oh
in the
no.
industrial age?
Back in the Gap,
Yeah.
1920s and 30s,
Yeah, with
child
suspenders and
labor.
everything and the little cap.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know, like the cement big barricade or whatever that they have on like the sides of I-10
Yeah,
whenever
yeah.
they're.
I actually want to talk about that. I'm gonna circle back to that, but continue.
Well, there was two of those, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw something like go down, and I was like, "What?" And so I
No
look out the
way.
window, and I just see like a little kid pop up from the thing and then go
There's
back
no
down.
way you actually saw that.
Dude, like cross my heart, swear to God. It was so weird. It was like he was playing peekaboo with me or something. I was just
no
like,
way.
nah. And I was like, Hannah,
You
look.
saying nah, but you there.
I
That's
know.
crazy.
I was just like, we need to go.
Dude.
We need to go.
First off, there's nothing good about Alabama.
No.
Nothing, dude. You got the stereotype, not good. Second off, you got the football team.
Yeah,
Screw
no.
Alabama.
No.
Hell nah. Then you got freaking Crybaby Bridge or whatever. That's insane. And you got a bunch of some Couyons for real. They're
Yeah.
a bunch of idiots.
Yeah.
Um,
No professional sports either.
Yeah, Alabama sucks.
Exactly.
Screw y'all. LSU's better. LSU top tier. Alabama.
But circling back to what you were going to say.
The interstate blockade things. Okay. Personally, that kind of frustrates me. First off, I'm pretty confident when I'm driving, so it doesn't really bother me, but it bothers a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
It bothers my mom. Sometimes it can make me kind of paranoid too.
Whenever you're driving by an 18-wheeler, 100%.
Yeah, sure. It's like a claustrophobic feeling.
Yeah.
It does not feel good. First off, I think the reason why they were invented, super smart, yet not really.
Yep.
Because, it's actually an invention by civil engineers. So civil engineers constructed that to where basically your car hits it and it recorrects itself. They did the math for, multiple different ways the car hits it at different speeds, and it's the winning model. That's why it's everywhere, because it has the most efficiency at keeping the car straight after it crashes. However, extremely stupid, because with that, people aren't just going to sit back after they hit the side. They're not going to not touch the wheel again. So they touch the wheel again, turn their car, bam. Now you have a back-to-back just cluster of cars that are smashing into each other. Multiple people die, way more than the one idiot who wasn't paying attention on their phone or something, or paying attention or they weren't paying attention to the road on their phone. But dude, the wire blockades or the other ones, the little curved ones, dude, those are way better. Yeah. Like, of course, fatality increase whenever you have those things to the driver themselves. But, dude, you're saving multiple lives compared to one life. Yeah. It's like the train track. Yeah, the train track scenario. It's like I'm thinking of on that game,
High on Life.
High on Life. Yeah, dude. It's like these civil engineers aren't using their big brains to think about, we could save, 100 lives, but nah, screw them. That's essentially what they're saying. It's so stupid. Let the person who was on their phone or got, I'm not going to say every accident is their fault. Definitely not. But it just doesn't make sense to me. You're causing way more deaths than need be. It really doesn't fix anything.
It really doesn't, but
it makes me pretty mad.
Another pet
plus causing everybody paranoia when they're driving.
Another pet peeve is like trash on the road, not just like any small trash, but bits of tire or whatever.
Especially that. If that happens inside the blockade, I mean, that trash isn't getting out. You can't pull over. There's not really a shoulder.
No.
You can't pull over and fix that. So it's just so stupid to me.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing, I was in Lafayette to do blood work like a month ago. Just like I haven't got blood done in like forever. So I went back over there and did some blood work. And dude, I'm driving with my mom. She just wanted to drive and hang out with me because I haven't seen her in a while and stuff. So we're driving. I'm driving on the interstate heading to Ville Platte and on I-49. And dude, I'm going about 80 left lane. I'm cruising. We're going over the overpass. I think my mom might have told your mom about this, but
I think you told me about it.
We're going over the overpass, and as I'm coming down from the overpass, a car is coming head on to me at like 60 miles an hour.
Yeah, you told me about this.
And there's people in the right lane, dude. 18-wheelers, big trucks. Dude, I had like this crazy adrenaline moment where I see this car. It got about 10 feet in front of my car, between 60 and 80 miles an hour, dude. And I don't even, like, I know I definitely looked because it's like second nature to pay attention when I'm turning lanes, but it was like this crazy, like, spider sense moment where I just whipped that car in the gap between the 18-wheeler and the truck in split seconds, where I had a 10 feet gap between the car crashing into me and killing me and my mom. Crazy. But dude, if I was in a blockade, or we're calling it blockades, I don't know if that's what it's called, but you probably know what we're talking about. But if I was in the middle of that, dude, Lord knows what would have happened to me. Lord knows what would have happened to anybody else. I don't even know if the people were okay, if anyone died. I think it was like an old lady that was driving on the road. But like, dude, if you're in a blockade and you got somebody coming the wrong way on the interstate, dude, you're screwed. You can't get out. The people that are driving the wrong way can't get out. That is death right there. And people don't account for these things, which they need to. People are idiots.
Yeah.
And if they're not idiots, then they shouldn't be driving. But you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you need to account for these scenarios because these are real life scenarios, and people die every day from things that are meant to help us that hurt us more than help us.
Yeah. Well, speaking of your story,
this is a killer podcast, by the way.
Yeah. That almost happened to me one night, except it was weird. It was second nature. So whenever you're going to my house in Maurice, I think I had just finished a soccer game or something. It was definitely high school. I was driving back from summer league, and it was nighttime, and I'm driving on highway. I don't know, remember what highway it is. Golly, that 167. That's what it is. 167.
Where at?
In Maurice.
Oh, okay.
So I'm driving, and people tend to not pay attention to the speed limit. It goes 40, 55, 65.
Yeah, I hate those speed traps in Maurice.
Yeah, but here's the thing. People still drive 55 in the 65 or like less than that. So
yeah,
I'm driving behind these people. I'm just tired, so I'm cruising. If I'm actually in the mood to be home, I pass by them and I'm in the left lane just trying to get home.
When I'm driving over there, I got like Homelander vision, laser eyes looking for cops.
That's how I get too.
The good thing about when you're driving like down there is that you got flat land everywhere. You can see a cop from 2 miles away.
Yeah.
So I pay a lot of attention when I'm driving like that. But continue what you're saying.
So it's nighttime, and out of nowhere, this car just banks a left, driving the opposite way of.
Oh no! They were
of a one way
on their phone or something.
No, like
one way.
Yes, it's a one way, and the car turned left on a one way instead of like against the flow of traffic.
Oh wait, you're talking. I know what highway you're talking about now.
Yeah, how there's
like a median.
Yeah, there's a median in the middle. So each lane, like it's a 4-lane highway.
I know.
But each lane is a one way.
And at that red light at the end of the street, basically, they just got right on it instead of going the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I was in the left lane, I would have been done for. And typically, I would have been in that left lane just passing all these cars in front of me.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude. I don't know if it's because we're young and we have those reflexes, or maybe I'm just me and you were just a really confident drivers. But
well, I wasn't in the left lane at all. I was just chilling in the right lane.
Chilling.
Yeah. But I was just like, man.
You ever feel like invincible?
No.
You don't?
No.
You never went through a phase where you felt invincible?
No.
I did.
I got
not invincible, but like I guess the word would be invincible, where like nothing can stop you. I don't know.
Running, yes, but strength wise, no.
No, not strength. I'm talking about like
mentally.
Coincidence. No. Coincidence, like luck. I'm talking about like when you're in a car.
Not really.
Like you don't feel confident enough where you're like, okay, I'm not gonna die when I get on the road because
in
sports,
like 100. Yes. In sports, yes.
Explain, like in soccer.
In soccer,
you just felt goaded in soccer.
Oh, dude, high school soccer, 100%. Select soccer, I got humbled real quick.
Bro, you were A1 soccer player.
I mean,
your thing though is you would always cut back when you were playing wing.
For wing, yes. The only thing is, I like to be a center mid. Wing, I
think you were a better center mid.
Oh, 100%. I loved center mid. The thing about wing is you have to have a certain level of speed and just a skill set that I don't have. My best thing is being able to dribble in tight spaces and find a ball that nobody else can find.
Yeah. Dude, let me just cut you off real quick. My favorite position in soccer, dude, my coach loved me for it, but forward.
Yeah.
Dude, you give me a through ball, I'm beating every single person, every defender. It was like perfect.
Erling Haaland.
Dude, I was like Zlatan, bro, except faster. Dude, it's like I didn't have much. I didn't have the skill. My skill was mid. My touches,
bro,
pretty bad, but my speed accounted for so much, dude. Because I was pretty freaking fast.
Just imagine if like you would have just focused on soccer your whole life, like I did.
I don't know if that would have helped me though, because I think I got Well, you're right. I do see what you mean, but I would have needed to still play football and baseball and lift heavy and all that.
Tony did for a few, but
because those are like the characteristics that made me a different skill in soccer. Because I was like into bodybuilding and stuff. I was really big and buff. I ran track. I ran the 1, the 2, the 4. I threw javelin too, but yeah. So that's all good
for sure.
Yeah, but would you run in track like for long distance? And did you like track more than soccer?
Did I like track more than soccer? No. But I realized it would have given me a better opportunity than soccer, like scholarship-wise.
Really?
Yeah. 800, I was a beast.
Yeah. That was your favorite?
Yeah. 100%.
Dude, I want to tell you a quick story. So, as I went through high school, really not freshman, but sophomore through senior, I slowly stopped the running. Sophomore through senior, the only thing I truly focused on was javelin. But when I was trying to run like hard sophomore and junior year, dude. I ran the 1, the 2, the 4, the 800.
Yeah.
But I ran all those races in one meet, bro. And that's, I know it might not be much for you, but that's fast twitch muscle fiber intensive races. But dude, I was dead after that. And they're all back to back. I told you about this. Dude, this is kind of gross, but not really. I was drinking a bunch of water at the time. Dude, I threw up like just straight water 17 times after that race. Most I've ever thrown up in my life.
I've only ever thrown up from one workout. And it wasn't even a hard workout. It was a work.
You never thrown up from a track meet or a race
or
something? Soccer game?
No.
Wow.
Just one workout. And I had done harder workouts than that before. I have, it was, I don't know why it murdered me, but it did. And so, I was working with Reggie. He wasn't there, actually. We were working with Coach Carter while he was still at LCA. Him. Oh, dude, I loved Coach Carter. But it was 8 200s. And it was do it at your own rest. Like, you had as much rest as you wanted.
Really?
Yeah. So, it was me and Caleb Ferguson. Dude, Caleb Ferguson. I love that dude.
Y'all were probably dead, dude.
Oh, we were.
8 of them? That's crazy.
But, no, that's the thing. We had done it before.
They were training you for fast twitch even though you were long twitch. Like, you were running the 8 200s in preparation for the
800.
800.
Yeah. So I had to run 8 200s at 23 seconds.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember my time. I think I might have been.
I was like a 23, 24, 200 guy.
I think my best 200. I don't remember. You cannot quote me on this, but I think I was sub 20.
No. Olympians are sub 20.
Or you think? Oh, well. Yeah. I came in first and won 200. Only once, but that was my favorite race, dude. I love cutting the corner. And if you're like in the inside circle, it's like you go so much faster than everyone else.
Yeah.
It's like that is the best feeling ever. Because off the jump, you're offset, right? So whenever you're offset like that and you're in the first one, it's like everyone else is ahead of you.
Yeah.
So when you're, I don't know, probably 50 yards in or whatever, or 50 meters in. Why is my mic cutting out?
I don't know.
Anyways, when you're a little bit in there and you see that everyone's ahead of you, and then you just get to where the circle starts curving, and that is the best feeling ever, dude. It's because then you just pass them all up because you're really going faster than them, but you don't notice it. That's the best feeling ever.
The year I placed third in state, I was second to last on my first lap in the 800. I think I passed up 7 or 8 people to become first or third in the 800.
You're probably exactly accurate with your stats too. Gavin, I don't know how he does it, but this dude remembers scores from every freaking
soccer
game, dude.
Yeah.
Soccer game, whatever. I mean, we could watch a football game, like, we could have watched one, like, I don't know. What was that score for the last football game? Like, the last Cowboys game where they got their butt beat.
Shut up. 12
Cowboys
to 19.
got absolutely destroyed.
No, they lost by a touchdown. 12 to 19.
Yeah, like, this dude just keeps scores in his head. I don't know how he does it.
So I could tell him every score from like when our schools played each other in soccer. So
we don't need to do that.
Freshman year.
We just need to know that David Thibodeau beat LCA.
1 year.
A little
my junior year.
STEM engineering school.
1 year.
A recruiting school's butt.
1 year.
It don't matter. I didn't even get to play. So.
And y'all kicked our butts. Anyway.
Exactly.
So freshman year, we
should have not been doing that.
Freshman.
We're goated nerds.
Hey, we don't recruit for soccer.
Yeah,
I carried that team.
My
anyway,
bad. You just recruit for football, and the football players
just so
happen to play soccer.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway,
so yeah,
they're just athletes. They're not soccer players. Anyway, oh man, my nose is stuffy. But
imagine if Sage Ryan would have played soccer. Dude.
Oh god,
that would have been scary. That man would have been forward. I could not have kept up with that dude. Bro.
So we got. Freshman year was 1-0. Sophomore year was 1-0. Junior year was 4-1. Senior year was 2-0.
Yeah, there's no way I would have ever remembered that. The only thing I remember is that a nerd school beat LCA.
Valid. Not in basketball, I don't think.
My high school experience, A1. I absolutely
Same.
loved my school, dude.
I ended up getting with the right people after y'all left.
Dude.
I was trying to come to David Thibodeau, but it was because I lived in Vermilion Parish.
Well, you could have went still.
No.
It's select. It wasn't.
It's select in Lafayette Parish. Somebody had to have a Lafayette Parish address if you wanted to be.
I see. You should just put my address.
I mean, I could have put my great aunt's address or my aunt and uncle's address.
That was the best decision, man.
Yeah.
I miss high school.
I do too.
Everything.
I'm not going to lie.
I did not take advantage of it. I wish I would have.
Oh, I did, 100%.
I wish. Well, I did too in terms of fun, but in terms of education, I wish I would have went and did certain things that I didn't do. I mean, first off, I tell people this all the time when I talk about engineering, but I was in the biomedical pathway, dude. The whole time I'm just screwing around. I don't care about what I'm learning because I don't really want to get into medicine. But it's kind of like a major. I'm already 3 years in while I switch.
Yeah.
So I just stayed in the biomedical pathway, but I wish I would have done engineering, dude. That would have set me up so far. And they had so many opportunities, but I don't know. There's certain things I regret and certain things I don't. In terms of fun, I don't regret. I had a lot of fun in high school.
Overall, high school was a good experience. After you and Hayden left, I was forced to make the
different friend groups.
Yeah. And connections with people I didn't know were going to be close.
I mean, same boat for me too, because going into the school, all I had was, my handful group of friends. And that actually leads me into the idea that I was about to say. I didn't want you to cut off the podcast just yet because of this reason, but it's that, so in my experience, probably you can agree, there's so many people in our generation, early 20s or even teenagers, mid 20s, whatever. They're just doing absolutely nothing with their life.
Oh yeah.
It's mind-blowing, dude.
It's depressing.
It's so sad. It's so sad because half of these people, maybe I'm just beating myself up, but I feel like half of the people that were my friends that I was close with, they were smarter than me. These people were making 30s on their ACT. Genius. And then they throw their life away to drugs or, whatever else, or just being lazy, BS. And
yep.
It's so heartbreaking, and that's something that eats me alive, dude. I don't know why I care so much still about these people, but it hurts, dude, because being their friend for so long, I saw so much potential for a lot of them.
Yeah.
And just down the drain. It's crazy.
It's
heartbreaking.
The reason that I'm doing all this stuff right now, taking a gap semester and all this, getting money up, is because I could see myself end up being lazy and being like that. Not in drugs, but just being a lazy person.
Yeah.
And not getting my life together if I don't start, making money and getting stuff like that. It's not too late for
them either.
No. I mean, we're 20.
Yeah.
I mean, college, an associate's degree takes 2 years.
Yeah. It's like, that's my motivation, though.
Yeah.
Part of my motivation.
I want that white picket fence, wrap-around porch kind of life,
That's what I said yesterday.
Exactly. Or last podcast.
But, that's a large motivator. Is that I don't want to do that to myself what all my friends are doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Not all my friends, but a lot of my friends.
I love living with y'all and living in this house, but I'm going to get tired of y'all at some point.
Dude, we have a good balance.
We do.
Of, grind and also fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, maybe I don't go out as much as I should, but...
Just wait till The Boys season 4 comes out.
Oh, my gosh. The Boys, if you've never watched that show is absolutely amazing, dude.
Bro, staying up till 6 that one night, go and get donuts.
Dude. Me, Gavin, and Will, dude, we'd stay up till 6 for multiple nights in a row just grinding out The Boys. We watched, was it 4 seasons or 3?
3.
Oh, we're waiting on the 4th season?
Yeah, we're waiting on season 4.
We watched 3 seasons in, I think, like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
And
Insane.
I think, a season, I don't know how long this one is, but it's probably like 12, 13, 14, 15 episodes or something.
Yeah, I think
maybe a little shorter, but
it's 10 and it's an hour per episode.
Yeah.
So it's like mini movies each time.
But yeah, I mean, that's a lot.
30 hours.
That's roughly 30 hours in 3 days.
Yep.
Which Luke just told me. I was on the phone with him. He told me that he spent, let's see, in 2 weeks, he watched 43 hours of One Piece.
No, dude.
he was like, I watched 160 episodes or something of One Piece in 2 weeks. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is insane, dude.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't. That dude is on some crackhead energy, bro.
Yeah, definitely. He wants to come on the pod, too.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. Luke probably would have a lot to say.
Oh, boy, would he.
But,
that chatterbox, for sure.
Dude, Luke said he did that. I feel like maybe I have some friends, like Carson and them, that have grinded more than that, like for One Piece.
Bro, me and Dutch were having some deep conversations last night on the...
About what?
Everything that he's been through. I was like, bro, we should just start the podcast right now, bro.
Dang. Y'all stayed up late talking?
Yeah.
Bro, you should just turn on the mics and got to it.
Nah.
Unreleased content.
Nah.
Yeah, but one day we're gonna be big.
Oh, one day. We'll get there.
What are your visions for the Couyons podcast?
Eventually start. Right now, it's small, but we'll go and start making this. It's a brand,
100%. T-shirts.
Just getting a name on the tip of people's tongues right now.
Yeah, I agree. I think we have a lot of potential.
Oh, for sure.
I think for starting off a podcast, like, I think we're doing a pretty good job.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, our audio sounds really clear. I mean, it's pretty decent for...
We've gotten a lot of positive feedback.
Yeah, really?
Oh yeah.
I've heard some things too, but it's just people being like, "Yeah, that's pretty cool."
Well, what I was told by Kat, thank you very much, Kat, for tuning in. She was like, I like how you and your friend were deep and not afraid to be vulnerable. It's not just dudes being dudes.
I'm not afraid to
Me
be
neither.
vulnerable. My life is an open book.
Agreed.
If you judge me, I don't care.
Exactly.
Bro, I had some people sneak dissing. Like, everybody's starting a podcast. Shout out Jalen. You know you are.
But anyway.
But yeah. I mean, what's the time now?
12:30.
All right. I think we're wrapping it up then. I think we had a pretty good podcast today.
Oh yeah, for sure. I enjoyed it. Good times. It was a good idea. Yeah. For sure. But anyway. Right. Thank y'all for tuning in.
For tuning in to the Couyons podcast.
We'll see y'all next time. Later.
See y'all.